What is poppin'? I am the Slapped, and I am but a lowly Slapped in riding these DeFi waves, and this is This Week in Klima Dow, where I give you all of the Klima Dow news that is fit to go ape wild over. I did not make a This Week in Klima last week. I was quite busy, and I apologize for that, but I will get you up to speed in no time. Let's start with an Olympus improvement, OIP 88, an Olympus improvement protocol. What? Um, Well, Olympus holds a fair amount of Klima in their treasury, and so this would propose that they take some of that Klima and use the retirement aggregator that we've created and to become a partner, official partner of Klima Infinity. And so there are three options to this vote. Either they can take 33,333.33, don't forget that point 0.3 Klima, and turn it into a carbon offset, or they can take 3,300 and 33.33 and turn that into a carbon offset, or they can do no offsetting at all and just keep their Klima in the treasury. At the time of shooting this video, approximately 2/3 of the votes are in, and it's for the 33,333.33 option. If you hold GOHM, make your voice heard, go vote. I will post this and everything I'm talking about in the description of the video. But let's get back to the KIPs, shall we? KIP 19, which would formalize roles inside of the DAO with the aim to making the DAO a little bit more efficient, and then establish a decentralized work group to have a roadmap to more or true decentralization. At the time of shooting this video, 92% are in favor. This ends April 7th, so get your voice heard on that. KIP 20, so KIP 18 further removed liquidity from the USDC BCT liquidity pool. So when we take that out, we have a bunch of USDC kind of just sitting idly by, and having USDC sitting idly by isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's like a rainy day fund. Maybe we're going to need it in the future to do something, right? So what's better than having a big ball of USDC sitting in our treasury? Well, a bigger stash of USDC sitting in our treasury. So what this would do essentially is it would allow the treasury to whitelist, or the policy team to whitelist Aave and Curve, and we could stake idle USDC and get a yield on it. At the time of shooting this video, it's approximately 80% in favor. That ends April 7th as well. So that's all the KIPs and the OIP. See, you can't say like OIP, you have to say OIP, but we can say KIP, which is why we're the greatest of all time. So let's get into some partner stuff. Let's talk about Toucan. One of the things I mentioned in a previous This Week in Klima is that Toucan had arbed some value out of the BCT pool, and they did that. And the rationale was they took out some of the higher quality TCO2s in that pool before somebody else could, and front run the NCT pool. And there were some members of the Klima community who felt as though that arbed value should have been distributed to the BCT holders, and there was back and forth. And so this mass rebalancing value distribution proposal, this plan rather, would lay out how that arbed value would be distributed. 80% would be to the nature-based TCO2 depositors. Essentially what that means is the people who bridge those TCO2s, and Klima would be one of them. A significant portion of that would go to Klima. 10% would go to burning, long-term carbon burning liquidity. And so lower quality carbon tons, or carbon tons that are older, might get burned out, so you could increase the quality of a pool. And 10% would remain with Toucan for their efforts in saving the value from a third-party extractor. So you can read this. The first payment was due out today, as a matter of fact. I haven't got confirmation that it's happened. I also don't know that it didn't happen. I will keep you posted on that. So that's the Toucan news. We can also talk about our lovely partners, Moss. They have a governance token, and in the future, you'll be able to do things like, vote on the direction of their protocol. How we vote on KIPs. Well, there's going to be presumably MIPs, MIPS. If you bought an NFT, an Amazon Rainforest NFT, they airdropped 1,000 governance tokens to your wallet that had the NFT, which is awesome. I think that was like at the time of shooting this video, like $1,400 US dollars. So very cool with them. And I also want to give a shout out to my man Luis Adame for being a legend. He was memeing with us early into the morning Sunday or Monday morning, late Sunday night. That man not only knows how to run a refi protocol, he can meme with the best of them. Be on the lookout for him in our Discord and in his Discord. I will link to both in the description of this video. Let me also draw your attention to C3. C3 is another potential bridge for Klima, and they have live right now these liquidity pools that you can provide liquidity to and get C3 token emissions. One of those three of their four pools have Klima in them. So if you're looking for something to do with your Klima other than staking and chilling, you could, for instance, pair Klima with UBO, which is one of their tokens, put it in this and get some C3 emissions. I'm going to do a more detailed explanation of this protocol and their tokenomics. iBuy and I were talking, iBuy being another mod. Just before this video going over the tokenomics, I'm going to try to do that hopefully soon tomorrow, which would be the April 5th. But that's cool. You can check that out. I will leave a link to this. But we're not done yet with partners. Let's talk about Transak. So Transak is a fiat gateway to crypto. And that's kind of like an easy way to buy crypto, right? Because I've said this 1,000 times. If you're a DeFi native, hey, you get on SushiSwap, you get your MetaMask, no problem. But a lot of people have trouble with that. They don't want to be bothered, to be perfectly honest. And Transak is essentially just a credit card payment. You can buy fiat, or you can buy cryptocurrencies with a credit card. This does not apply to people in the U.S. It is not compliant with U.S. jurisdictions and laws. Now, I have heard rumors that they're trying to become compliant sometime this year. So we can integrate their functionality into our website, and we've already integrated their functionality into the love letter campaign that we have, which is essentially you offset carbon through our carbon offset aggregator. You leave a message, a love letter, or whatever you want, something clever. Maybe you want to rickroll like iBuy did. So anyway, you click Get Klima as an example, and there you go. This is using Transak. You can put a USD value in or other currency value, pay with your credit card. Makes it super easy, as they say. Yep, so I will link to Transak as well. And then let me give you a couple more new partners. Very exciting stuff. We have Halls of Olympia. If you can see that, let's go full screen, baby. They are going to be creating a climate positive immersive blockchain sporting arena, and they are offsetting 100 tons of CO2 with our retirement aggregator that covers 3 times their mint emission footprint. They're also embedding wrap state Klima into each of their NFTs, and they have pledged to continually offset their on-chain emissions by regularly purchasing Klima from the market and retiring. Very cool stuff by them. I will leave the Discord link in the description of this video. There's going to be a lot of links in the description of this video. Let's also look at Hive, a very similar situation. Our latest Klima Infinity partner, they're going to be offsetting a large, their launch footprint. So they're going to be doing 1/3 of their estimated launch footprint. And then they're going to be like currently, and then they're going to do the remaining 2/3 after launch to remain carbon neutral. So you can see the power of Klima Infinity if you're an NFT project and you want to become carbon neutral because A, it's the right thing to do. B, you're getting flack because NFTs do get flack for being having a carbon footprint. Well, what better solution than Klima Infinity? So if you know of a project or you run a project, maybe you can get into some collaborations in our Discord and let us know. We'd be happy to hook you up, and you might even be on, or you would be on, a beautiful video like this. So that's good stuff. And last but not least, let me bring your attention to this. This is an article, Polygon, POS emissions and analysis by Offsetra and Klima DAO. So Offsetra is one of our partners. They do a lot of work in estimating the emissions of protocols and blockchains. And you can look at the Polygon emission analysis and how their proof of stake emissions will differ from their proof of work. So basically, Ethereum is moving to proof of stake. When? Well, hopefully soon. Now, Polygon has to settle on Ethereum, right? So if Ethereum goes proof of stake, then Polygon will also be able to lower their footprint as well. And so there are some rumors that I've seen flying around on the Twitter space about this. Like, why would we be calculating Polygon's emissions? What might we have in mind? Some, such as Napalm, our trusted community member, think they have an answer, and I will pose that to you as our as our mystery of the week. Let me know in the description of the video why you think we would bother analyzing Polygon's emissions. I will leave you with that. It's been 2 weeks. It's good to see you again. I'm going to do my absolute best to get back on a regular schedule, as they say, hopefully once a week, every Sunday night, Monday morning. I will catch you on the next one. And remember, above all else, to ape responsibly. Peace, dudes and dudettes.